Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. How are you today? I hope all of you in a good health. Today we are going to learn a new topic. It is about subtraction of three numbers. Now, can you tell me what is the meaning of subtraction of three numbers? Subtraction of three numbers means you need to minus two numbers repeatedly from any one number. Now, let me show you an example. Let's say I have a situation which is Siti. Now, Siti has sweets. She has 193 sweets. However, she gives her sweet to her brother. She gives about 90 sweets, and then she also gives her sweet to her little sister. She gave 53 sweets to her little sister. Now, can you tell me how many sweets does Siti has now? To get her balance, what we need to do is we need to minus the total number of sweets that Siti has at the first, minus with the sweet that she gave to her brother, and minus to the number of sweet that she gave to her sister. Then we will get the balance. To solve this, I'm going to show you two methods of standard written method. We go for method 1 first. So, for method 1, we need to minus this number in two separated standard written method. First, we write the number according to its place value, which is 100, tens, and ones. We minus the first number, it's 193, minus with the second number, 90. Now, where should I write 90? Yes, I should write 0 under the 3 at ones and 9 under the 9 at tens. How about hundreds? There's no hundreds here. So, we just minus this number. Minus from ones, 3 minus 0, we get 3. For tens, 9 minus 9, we get 0. And then 1 minus nothing, we get 1. Now, after we get the answer, we need to bring the answer to the next side, to the right side. Again, write according to its place value, hundreds, tens, and ones. So, we copy back the first answer, which is 103, minus with the third number. Yes, the last number. It is 53. So, 3 again under ones and 5 under tens. So, we minus from ones. For ones, 3 minus 3 equals to 0. For tens, 0 minus 5 equals to, yes, we cannot minus this. Why? Because as we can see, 0 is smaller than 5. That means 0 cannot be minus with 5. So, what we need to do is, we need to borrow from hundreds. So, hundreds we have ones, we borrow 100s become 0. The other one that we borrow, we bring to tens, write it in front, and it become 10 tens. So now, can we minus 10 with 5? Yes, we can minus for tens. 10 minus 5 equals to 50. So, the balance of the sweets that Siti has is 50. Now, we go for the next example. I have example 2. The next question is 342 minus with 130 and minus with 169. So for this time, I'm going to show you how to use method 2. For method 2, we need to minus this number in only one single standard written method. So same like before this, write all the number according to the place value, which is hundreds, tens and ones. We take the first number, it is 342, and then we minus with the second number, 130. We need to minus these two numbers first and get the answer, same like method 1. We cannot minus all the three numbers together. So we need to find the answer for the first number minus with the second number. Start from ones, 2 minus with 0, we get 2. For tens, 4 minus 3 equals to 1. And then for hundreds, 3 minus 1 equals to 2. Next, we take the third number and write at the bottom of the answer. So 212 minus with 169. Get the answer again. So for this time, we did not see the top level because we already minus this. So we close the top part and then we just look at the bottom part, which is 212 minus with 169. Start from ones, 2 minus 9 equals to, no, it's not 7. Why? Because 2 is smaller than 9. Yes, smaller number cannot minus with the big number. So what we need to do is we need to borrow from the neighbor. So the neighbor is tens. We borrow from tens. Tens, here we have ones. So we borrow 1 from tens. 1 becomes 0 because we already borrow 1. And then the one that we borrow, bring it to ones. Write it in front. Make it 12. So now, can we minus 12 with 9? Yes, we can minus 12 with 9. 12 minus with 9 become 3. And then, for tens, we have 0 here because we already borrow 1. 0 tens minus with 6. Is it possible? Yes, it's not possible again because 0 is smaller to 6. Again, we need to borrow from the neighbor. Now the neighbor is hundreds. So 200s, we borrow only 1, 2 become 1, and then the one that we borrow, we write in front at tens. Now what we have? Yes, we have 10. 10 minus 6. Is it possible this time? Yes. 10 minus 6 become 4. Write down 4 at tens and then for hundreds. Now we only have ones. Now we only have 1. 1 minus with 1 become a 0. So for this one, it doesn't matter either you want to write 0 or not in front of this number, because if 0 is in front, it means nothing. But if 0 is at the back, it's bring difference to the number. The next example is example 3. Questions for example 3 is 600 minus with 97 minus with 368. As you can see, for this question, 600 minus 97 minus with 368. 97 is smaller than 368. However, for subtraction, it doesn't matter either the smaller or the bigger number come first. What we need to remember is, we need to minus it according to its place. What I mean is, first number minus with the second number and minus with the third number. You did not have to change the place of the number. Now, for these questions, I'm going to show you what is the difference between method 1 and method 2 for same questions. So, we start with method 1. As I told you before, for method 1, we need to minus numbers in two separated standard written method. So, again, according to its place value, hundreds, tens, and ones, we take the first number, it is 600, minus with the second number, 97. Where should I write it? Yes, 7 is at ones under the 0, and 9 at tens under the 0. For hundreds, nothing. So we minus this first. My question is, why don't I write 97 in front? Here, 9 under 6 and 7 under 0 at tens. Cannot, because if you write this in front, it already become 970. Yeah, so we need to write from the back, which is start from ones, tens, and hundreds. Now, we get the answer. Start from ones, 0, minus with 7, we get 7. No, it's not like that. 0 cannot minus with 7 because 0 is less than 7. If we count in it, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, 0 comes first before 7. So, 0 is not enough to minus with 7. What we need to do is, yes, we need to borrow from the neighbor. It is 0 here. Huh? Can we borrow from 0? No, 0 means nothing. Tens did not have anything that we can borrow. So, we need to borrow from the other neighbor. It is hundreds. Why? Because hundreds we have 6. So, we borrow from hundreds. Now, we borrow 1, 6 become 5. So, where should we write the one that we borrow? At once? No, we need to write at tens first. Write it in front. So, now, we borrow 1 from 100, 6 become 5. And then we write 1 in front of 0 at the tens. Why? I don't write the 1 in front of 0 at the ones. Cannot, because we can only bring the number that we borrow to the neighbor beside. We cannot skip one place value. So now, for tens, we already have 10. Can ones borrow from tens? Yes. So 10, borrow again, 10 become 9. And then we write the 1 in front of 0 at once. So now, can we minus all this? Yes. 10 minus 7 equals to 3. For tens, 9 minus 9 equals to 0. And then 5 minus nothing equals to 5. Are we done? Yes, we're not done yet. We bring the answer to the next side. According to its place value again, which is 100, tens, and ones. Copy the answer. It is 503 minus with the third number. It is 368. So, get the answer. For ones, 3 minus 8. Yes, exactly. We cannot minus it again because 3 is smaller than 8. So, what we need to do is borrow. Borrow from tens. Or still cannot because tens only have 0. 0 means nothing. So, we need to borrow from 100. Yes. So, from 5, you borrow ones, become 4. The one that we borrow, we write in front of 0 at tens. Now, from 10, we borrow again 1, make it 9, and the one that we borrow, we write in front of 3 at once. So now, can we minus this? Yes. For ones, 13 minus 8 equals to 5. For tens, we have 9 here. 9 minus 6 equals to 3. And then for hundreds, 4 minus 3 equals to 1. So the answer is 135. Now, let's compare this method 1 with method 2. Let's say the same questions, but I want to solve it by using method 2. Did you remember what is method 2? Yes, method 2 is you minus everything in one standard return method. However, you need to separate the first number with the second number first. After you get the answer, minus with the third number. So again, according to its place value, 100, tens, and ones. We take the first number, it is 600. Minus with the second number, it is 97. I told you before, we write from back, 97. And then, find the answer from ones. 0 minus 7 cannot, because 0 is less. Borrow from 10 also cannot, because here is 0 means nothing. So we need to borrow from hundreds. So we have 6. We borrow 1. 6 become 5. Bring the 1 to the tens. Now we have 10. So for ones, we borrow again 1 from tens. 10 become 9. And bring 1 to here, in front of 0. So now we have 10. 10 minus with 7 equals to 3. 9 minus 9 equals to 0. 5 minus with nothing equals to 5. And then with this answer, we need to minus with the third number. It is 368. Get the answer. As I told you before, for method 2, once we're done with the top part, don't look at the top part. We just look at the bottom part. So, we close the top part. And then, look at the bottom part and we minus. For ones, 3 minus 8 cannot, because 3 is smaller than 8. We want to borrow from the neighbor, which is 0, also cannot. So, borrow from another neighbor, which is hundreds. We have 5 here. We borrow 1 from 5. 5 become 4. And then write the 1 in front of 0 here. We have 10. So, for this one, we borrow again from here. 10 become 9. And then write 1 in front of 3. Make it 30. Now, we minus. 30 minus 8 equals to 5. 9 minus 6 equals to 3. 4 minus 3 equals to 1. So, the answer is 135. So, as you can see, either you use method 1 or method 2, the answer is still the same. It just, for method 1, you separate it, how you calculate it. And for method 2, you do all together in one standard return method. Before I end my lesson, I would like to show the last example, which is example 4. So, for example 4, the question is 831 minus with 388 minus with 175. Now, I would like to show you why we cannot minus all these numbers together. Let's say, we arrange it according to its place value, 100, tens, and ones, and then we want to minus all these together. Take the first number, 831, minus with the second number, 388, and then minus with the third number, 175. Minus everything together. Now, 1 minus 8 cannot. We need to borrow from here. So, we borrow from 3, we borrow 1, we get 2, bring 1 here. 11. 11 minus 8 equals to 3. 3 minus 5. How are we going to write 3 over here? we don't have enough space to write 3. 2 minus with 5 is not 1 minus 8 minus 5. And for this one, it's not 2 minus 8 minus 7. 2 cannot minus 8. Yes, we can borrow from here. 8 becomes 7. And here become 12. 12 minus 8 is 4. 4 minus 7 is not 8 minus 7. It's 4. So, if we minus everything like this, it's a bit hard and so difficult for us to minus. That's why, as I told you before, we cannot minus 3 numbers in one standard arithmetic like this. What we can do is, we minus this number by using method 1. Either we separated it, or method 2 in one standard arithmetic, but minus the first number with the second number first. After you get the answer, minus with the third number. So, let me do this by using method 1. We take the first number, it is 831, minus with the second number 388. Get the answer. 1 minus 8 cannot, so borrow from 3. 3 become 2, right here 1. So 11 minus 8 we have 3. Next, 2 minus 8 cannot, so borrow again from 8 becomes 7, right here 1. So it's 12. 12 minus with 8 is 4. 7 minus with 3 is 4. Then bring the answer to the next side, which is 443 minus with the last number 175. Get the answer again. So 3 minus 5 cannot, so we borrow from 4. 4 become 3, right one in front of here, so we have 13. 13 minus 5 equals to 8. And then 3 minus 7 cannot, we borrow again from 4. 4 become 3, right one in front of 3. So 30 minus 7 equals to 6. And 3 minus 1 equals to 2. So the answer we have 268. Now let's redo these questions with method 2. For method 2, we need to minus it one by one in a single standard arithmetic. So take the first number 831 minus with the second number 388. Get the answer first. 1 minus 8 cannot, so we borrow from 3 become 2. And then write one in front of here. Now we have 11. 11 minus with 8 we get 3. 2 minus 8 cannot, we borrow again from 8. 8 becomes 7, right here 1 in front of 2, so we have 12. 12 minus with 8 we have 4, and then 7 minus 3 equals to 4. So with this answer we minus with the third number, which is 175. Get the answer again. 3 minus 5 cannot, so we borrow from the neighbor, which is 4. 4 become 3 right here, and bring up 1 in front of 3. So 13 minus 5 equals to 8. 3 minus 7 cannot, we borrow again from 4. 4 become 3, right 1 in front of 3, we have 13. 13 minus with 7 equals to 6, and 3 minus 1 equals to 2. So we get 260. So as you can see, both methods give us same answer. Last but not least, I would like to remind you, for subtraction, if we want to borrow like this, we need to borrow one by one. We cannot borrow everything straight away from hundreds. We borrow from the neighbor first, which is for ones. We borrow from tens first, and if it's already enough, we did not have to borrow from 100. If it's not enough, then we borrow from hundreds. I hope all of you understand today's lesson. That's all for today. Thank you.